Hey, I'm Lisa and welcome back to my channel. I took a short hiatus and I hope you enjoyed the videos that I produced for you on motherhood and possibility. And if you want to check those out, I will put that for you in the cards. So I have survived the first week of school. My 4 oldest kids are all in school now, and so far it's been an amazing transition. And one of the reasons it's been amazing is that we have created this new system. And this system came about because of pain. And that's what I want to talk about with you guys today, why we need to make friends with pain. So pain's a really interesting and important thing because I do think that it reveals quite a bit to us. When we have a pain in our body, perhaps it means that we need to do a certain activity or action a different way. When we have a pain in our head, maybe we need to drink more water or drink less coffee. But pain reveals something to us that needs attention. And so that's why I think it's actually really important that we make friends with pain as opposed to trying to numb or ignore things that are painful in our lives. So I want to tell you about something that was super duper painful for me, like, oh my word. And it was one of the reasons why I was dreading going back to school. So I was dreading school so much that we even very seriously considered homeschooling, because for me, a great source of pain comes from the morning hustle getting out the door. I don't know about you, tell me in the comments below if you also struggle with the morning hustle. But I was so afraid of what that was gonna be like in my life again that I had like a severe amount of stress about back to school. And it was really interesting because I couldn't really articulate it. It took me a lot of time and conversations with people to finally realize, oh, this is what was driving me nuts. But again, it's pain. And here's the thing that happens when we can identify the pain. Like when you go to the doctor, you can diagnose it with something. And this is why, instead of running from the pain, and to be honest with you, although I see a lot of merits in homeschooling, I'm not trying to say this isn't a video about the merits of homeschooling and not, but I think homeschooling was actually running away from the pain. And I think we have to sometimes just face pain head on and like just embrace it and make friends with it, because pain reveals an area that we need to grow. So the area I needed to grow in, particularly in regards to getting out the door, was nagging my kids. I honestly was hating the sound of my own voice in the mornings before we enlisted some of the changes that we did. I couldn't stand how I sounded. I was basically like, I would stand at the front door and I'd be like, you guys, come on, hurry up, put your shoes on, where are your hats? I've told you this 500 times, we do the same thing every day. Again, does this sound familiar? Can you please tell me in the comments, make me feel less alone that you also struggle with this? Because, like I said, I was tired of the sound of my own voice. So here's what we did to change it. And I wonder, I'd really like to hear from you if you do something similar, and I'd really like your feedback if there's anything I can do to make it better. So essentially what we switched to was a reward system. And essentially it's just a piece of paper with all the things that they need to be responsible for. So making their bed, brushing their teeth, combing their hair, blah, blah, blah. And instead of me sort of nagging and asking to do it, when they do that thing, they get a fun little star, and they have the opportunity to basically earn about 25 stars a day. And what we've decided to do is create a reward at the end of the week. So if they earn, we haven't actually fully decided if it's like all the stars or a range. Tell me in the comments if it's like all or nothing, or if you have like a range, like if they hit 100 stars, they get the reward. But essentially we've basically just said, if you earn all your stars, then you get a treat at the end of the week. And what we've decided to do this week is there is a store my kids really like that's local in the neighborhood, and they're allowed 1 treat from this store or 5 cans of Zevia. My kids really like this pop that's like not pop, it's like a natural sugar-free whatever. But because it's a little bit expensive, we actually don't really let them drink it. But we said, okay, your reward could be 5 cans of this sugar-free fake pop that they can drink, I guess, over the course of the next week. So I wanna know from you guys, what rewards do you do in your house? Do you do rewards at all, first of all? And do you do things like screen time or an outing, or the kid gets to pick maybe a restaurant? I don't know, I'm really curious. Let me know different ideas for rewards, because I think what we've decided to do is to change up the rewards every week and maybe let my kids pick, maybe one of them takes a turn picking what the reward is. I don't know. It's only week 1. I haven't exactly fully figured this out. But what I want to share with you that is working so well, and because I faced the pain point head on as opposed to running away from it, what has changed has been like incredible. So what my mornings look like now is like the same in a way, meaning I'm still reminding my kids to do the thing, brush their teeth, put their shoes on. And sometimes for some of the behaviors, putting shoes on is a hard one. I'm still saying it almost the exact same number of times. So before this new system of the rewards chart, basically what would happen is I would tell my kids to do something like put your shoes on, and it would start like this. Okay, it's time to put your shoes on, everybody. And then people would go and do other things, and I'd be like, guys, it's time to put your shoes on. Guys, it's time to put your shoes on. It's time to put your shoes on. How come your shoes aren't on? You get the picture. Like I would start becoming that crazy lady, crazy mom voice, and I hated it. I hated how I sounded. And my body, my spirit, everything would be stressed. Like I would get in the van, kids strapped in, and I would literally just be like, oh, like this sucks. Like I would feel just terrible in my body and my spirit. I would be desperate for a coffee, and I wouldn't enjoy literally anything. Like it was frustrating. And I think this rubbed off on my kids. They kind of were sort of tired of feeling like I was mad at them all the time. So now what happens, this is what's really interesting, is almost the exact same thing happens. I begin with, okay guys, it's time to put on your shoes, but it stays positive because it's now shifted to, oh my gosh, I really want you to earn your star. Go put your shoes on so you can earn your star. And I find because it's literally an encouragement, like it's an encouragement towards something, I can remain positive. And so I find that I have to say it sometimes the same number of times, like maybe 3 or 4 times, but my voice is still, I really want you to earn your star. Oh my gosh, let's go see if we can get it right now. And my body, my peace of mind, my spirit feels so much better. I have found like this whole week, I get in the van and it's pleasant. It's pleasant conversation on the way to school. I drop them off and I don't feel like I've run a marathon. You guys, this has been like a massive, massive, massive game changer. And none of this would have happened if I didn't identify the pain. So that's why I really think we need to make friends with pain. I think pain in our life shows us areas that we need to grow. And I think we should listen to the pain instead of finding ways to maybe numb the pain or run away from the pain. So I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below, what is your #1 source of pain right now in your life? And perhaps you could take a moment right now to think about what is one way that you could work towards alleviating this pain. If you like this video, I would love for you to give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe and that bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers to designing your beautiful life.